Devo says, can you beat me, please, Metsa? Well, we are about to find out if I can stop accidentally queuing for ranked. There we go. The second elimination match of the day. In Metsanauris' 1v1 tournament debut, he's had a pretty rough draw. First up against Flores, who has never looked better than today on stream. And now he's up against the finalist of the last one's tournament, Devo. Are you guys laughing at my rank? That's so toxic, dude. You know, every time that I play 3v3 in Rocket League by myself, I win. And then I go and play with like Scrub or Devo or someone who's like in top 100, and we win like 5 games and don't get any points. Then we lose 1 and lose 16 points. And so I just lose all of my wins because of the way that they changed the system. That you only get, what do you call it? The points distribution in ranked is only determined by the, or it only. I don't even know what I'm trying to say. Well, I think you guys know what I'm trying to say. It only matters what the highest ranked player in your team is. This is what I'm trying to say. I don't know why I can't explain this very easy concept. But anyway, don't play with people who are way higher rated than you if you want to actually be able to rank up. Oh, what a shot by Metsa. Devo is on the ropes here. This should be 2-0, and it will be 2-0 Metsanauris, who will be looking for the best 1v1 win of his life right now. Again, best of 3. If Devo loses today, then both of the finalists of last month's 1v1 tournament will be the first 2 players to be eliminated, which is pretty crazy. I'm not going to lie, that's pretty nuts. And how many of you would have thought that Metsa would have a chance against Devo? I don't think many. But he's been improving a lot in his ones game recently, and Devo is looking pretty unreliable today. Beanvos has been known to make appearances at the worst possible times. Still plenty of time for Devo to sort himself out. And this is, again, another matchup that I've never seen before. We've had mostly matches that I've never seen before. So far today, we've had 4, I believe, matches that I've never seen in a series. Oh wow, what a flick by Metsa. Oh my goodness, it's gonna go in! Devo thought it was wide, and so did I. From inside his own half. And Devo did not think it was on target, but it was. It would have been a tough save regardless. What a flick from Metsa. That is unbelievable. Devo might have a turnaround goal opportunity. Gets denied by the balls bouncing. But Devo looking pretty good all of a sudden. He's in a position that he loves to be in. He's running around the field, picking up all the boost pads, showing us all how fast he is at turning on the spot. But Metsa, for the time being, has avoided any goals being scored. He's not even been shot on. I was pretty sure that was the case, but I had to double check. 0 shots for Devo in 2 minutes of gameplay. Stellar stuff from Metsanauris in the midfield. He's going to get 1 shot on now, but he does save it. Devo starting to work his way into the game. Second shot, this time the post will save Metsa. Still though, Metsa looking pretty good. Looking like a completely different player from the Metsa who not too long ago was complaining about how much he hated ones on stream. I'm sure he does still hate ones. Everybody in Rocket League hates ones, apparently. I think that Rocket League pros are just a little bit too... they're a little bit too soft, if you ask me. And I don't even mean this in a bad way. If you look at players from games like Smash or other 1v1 games, those guys have got such ridiculously competitive mentality. They'll come back from anything. They never give up. They never surrender. Rocket League pros lose a kickoff goal and they're like, okay, I quit the game. I hate this. You know what I mean? It's just a mentality thing. With the fact that 3v3 is the main competitive game mode makes it really difficult for pro players to get into the one's mindset. Is this going to be 5-0? Yes, it is. And a 5-0 with a lot less time remaining than the 5-0 earlier, where we saw Devo getting beaten by Ocelon and bringing it back to a tie game. But there's no denying Devo is not having a good day at the office. Metsa is looking great, on the other hand. He might not win the fashion contest against the delicious Titanium White Lone Wolf, but he is putting Devo down right now. Oh, there we go. Devo does get a goal on the board. He played this well. I don't think there were many options for Devo after he reached the edge of the box with not much boost. There was no way he could have flicked that in. So, in all honesty, Devo played that to perfection. He played his win condition as well as he could. It's a good pull shot to clear by Devo, but Metsa still in the game. Still playing at Devo's pace, which is not something that other players can say. And if there's one thing that we expected from Metsa, it was fast play. He is an extremely, extremely fast player. But he might have let Devo get his foot in the door. And we've seen this before. You cannot let Devo get his foot inside the door in a series or even in an individual game, because he's got the most comeback potential out of anybody in the world. 5 goals down, doesn't matter. If he believes, then he can make it happen. Is he Believo? Oh, bar down and out. Just, again, saved by the upright is Metsa. But Devo's looking ready to go into 6th gear. And not a moment too late. Still hope for the Englishman. Of course, he's got one more chance after this. He was hoping that boost would spawn in the back corner, but it did not. And this is going to make it very difficult. Devo wants to play fast. You can see he's accelerating the ball at the earliest possible opportunity. Oh, but there you go. Miss from Devo. He knew he had to do something aggressive, but missing the ball there is going to be the end of the game. Devo knows that. He will also be 0-3 for the day. And Metsa gets a win on the board. We've not seen many 2-1s today. We've seen 2 2-1s and 5 2-0s. Metsa might have got a flip reset there. I would like to see him try. But yeah, Devo is just dancing around the field. I know this is probably what you guys want to see right now rather than Metsa dribbling the ball, so I'll leave it on Beanvo's camera. Devo is very much up against it right now. Metsa has stepped up his ones game 7-fold recently, and Devo, I don't know if he's ready for it. Last chance to stay alive in the tournament for Devo. Metsanauris looking to win some money and progress and face some new competition. 1-0 Metsa in the best of 3. After this match, there will be 5 matches remaining before the end of the tournament, and they're all best of 3s today. So we're over the halfway line. Metsa no boost, but he's sticking to the ball, which I do like. He doesn't want to be too aggressive though, so he's going to back off once he knows the boost has respawned. Well played, Devo. Too fast for Metsa. And first goal of game 2 does go to him. I would love to see at least a game 3 here from Devo, if not a win. I would hate to see him go down 4-0 in the manner that he has been losing today. It's not been pretty. Scrubkilla got beaten fair and square by 2 players who have always given him trouble. And Devo has been losing goals which really he should not be losing in a lot of the games today. Good power slide by Devo. Notice how he just slid on the landing there to slide into the boost. It's really smart because he didn't want to dodge. He would have overshot the boost if he dodged and landed on the wall behind it. So instead he just power slid on the landing. Devo is blind flying and he somehow makes contact. Holy cow. What a read by Devo. That is unbelievable. He decided to turn off ball cam there and just feel where the ball was going to be. And he managed to beat Metsa to the rebound. That's super impressive. I don't think I've ever seen that before. It's things like this that make Devo such a fan favorite. He is such a creative player, willing to do things that most players wouldn't even consider. And he's winning by 3. This is more like the scoreline that we expected going into this matchup. Probably Devo's worst enemy right now is the consistency of the bracket. So far, everybody on the right-hand side of the bracket has been winning their games, and players on the left have been losing. Devo is on the left-hand side of the bracket for this. The last match in Swiss round 2. Good adaptation by Metsa. He realizes the shot is not on the cards, so just dodges, or he flies right back down and picks up the boost. And what's Devo going to do? Is he going to go for a fast shot? Yes, he is. No surprise there, but I would have liked to see Devo frustrate Metsa a bit there. Make Metsa come to him. Maybe dribble the ball back into his own corner. Because Devo is playing incredibly fast, but it's getting a bit predictable. If Metsa can put in a few better challenges in this, then that would be the way to come back into the game. For now, though, Devo is holding very, very strong in 50-50s. Yeah, I'll go ahead and ban the one-man spammer. Don't worry, guys. I'm on the ball when I need to be. As soon as I see a one-man spammer, I'll ban it. But don't worry. Yeah, I got it, boys. I banned Rip Ethan. I've banned Ethan Klein. Get back to H3 Productions, buddy. Stop spamming my chat. Banned him. I don't care who you are. So now all of YouTube are going to think it actually was Ethan Klein. Don't tell them that it wasn't. Oh, Metsa will get back into the game with an own goal from Devo. I don't think this shot was on target. We have to see. Even though it's going to pain Devo to watch this again. I'm pretty sure this was not going in. Yeah, that was going to go bar down and maybe straight back up into the crossbar a second time. H3 is awesome. Yeah, I love H3. Phenomenal videos. Very funny stuff. Now, will Metsa be able to do what Devo could not and come back from 5 goals down? What a statement that would be, to go down 5-0 against Devo and then make the comeback. Although I know most people would say that it is Beanvo's fault that the comeback was possible. That's one of the problems for people who make comebacks against Devo, or even beat Devo in the first place, is that people just say, Devo was just playing badly, and sometimes they're right. But there's another solid goal by Metsa. And for anybody who didn't know, Metsa's double touch game is up there with the best in the world. Devo, somebody who pioneered this technique. But Metsa, these days, is just as good as anybody else at that. So whenever the situation does present itself in ones, I'm sure he's going to go for it. Oh, Devo missed the boost and the ball, and it's going to be 4th goal back for Metsa. Surely Devo can't make it back in time. Is this comeback really happening? I can't believe what I'm seeing. No way can Devo lose this lead. Surely not. But with over 2 minutes remaining, Metsa has closed the gap from 5 to 1. Ridiculous stuff. And he's going to have another chance, isn't he? Doesn't shoot very well. Doesn't have enough speed for the demo, but he picks up the boost on the exit. Devo doesn't even know if Metsa got that. He's had to figure out in his head that Metsa did in fact steal that boost. As he was exiting, it spawned underneath him, and Metsa has tied the game. Unbelievable turn of events. Devo went down by 5 in game 1. He couldn't bring it back. Metsa in game 2 went down by that same score, and he has scored 5 consecutive goals in quick succession. And now Devo is really up against it. Metsa is not done yet. He wants to embarrass Devo. He's wounded him already, but he wants to do worse than that. He wants to eliminate him from contention with an embarrassing defeat. 6 goals in a row. And Metsa is scoring at will. He's outshot Devo once again. And leads with over 1 minute and 20 seconds to go. At this point, it looks like Metsa might be winning by more than a goal. Devo has to do something drastic to stop Metsa, and that might be it. Metsa with a great own goal. What did we just see? I think Metsa redirected this on target. That was not going in until Metsa accidentally popped it for some unknown reason. I don't know. I wish there was a way that we could work Bean into Metsa's name, because that was Bean of the day for sure. What a save. Devo crossbar pinches it out, recovers and gets another. Big chance. Devo might just shoot this on the first try. Never mind. Double touch it is. Of course it's a double touch when Devo's on the pitch. But Metsa with a wave dash escapes Devo's wrath. But Devo with a solid fake challenge might be able to get back in the game. Metsa is not done. He's going to try and bump him a few more times. Devo's control is just good enough to escape an early challenge. He knows the boost is back soon, but is it back soon enough? Yes, it is. Metsa has so much space, but he's given it away with a heavy touch. One heavy touch would have been fine there, but two heavy touches was not a good plan. Devo has done it! He's back in the lead versus Metsa. Wait, are we going to go for Metsanauris or... Nah, it's not... You guys want Metsanauris. Okay, Metsanauris it is. We can't do Metsa. Nothing really works, but either way, it wasn't really Metsa's fault there. Devo was just too good. Oh, but the sixth goal for Devo is certainly Metsa's fault. Bump by Devo takes Metsa way out the game. That should be the game for Devo. One of the strangest games that I've ever seen in 1v1 history. We've seen Devo make comebacks, but to be on the receiving end of one is rare. But this might be not over. Devo with a double save takes us to takes us away from overtime. Holy cow. If that had gone to overtime, I would have died. But there you have it. We're going into game 3. The final game of the series. And the final game in this elimination stage of Swiss Round 2. Weird series. Credit to Metsanauris for taking Devo all the way in a matchup that most people would have considered Devo to be the heavy favorite. And I'm sure he's not done yet. Although Devo did win game 2, Metsa is the one who finished game 2 in much stronger fashion. And he's going to start game 3 exactly how he left off. Don't worry guys, I'll show the bracket between every single series, and every series is a best of 3, so you won't have to wait long. Every time I show the bracket, I have to explain it. So there's not much point in me showing it to you, because you guys will not know what you're looking at. Most of you. Some of you might. Maybe I'm being too harsh. Maybe most of you will know. There we go. Tie game. Devo double touch. Nothing to see here. Well, Devo rebound, I should say. Nothing to see. Just standard Devo behavior. Devo in his natural habitat. Scoring off the backboard. I'm trying not to spoil too many results in case people are tuning in and wanting to check out the earlier matches later. But I'm sure most of you guys who tune into a live stream know that there will be spoilers about the results that have already happened. Beautiful little back and forth there by the opponents. Metsa is still looking for an early shot here. Devo has beamed it, but he's back in control and he has the 100 boost. He picked that up blind. Metsa might not know that Devo had the 100 boost there. He might think Devo is completely starved, although the more time goes on, the more Devo lets his boost bleed out of the car, it will get more and more towards that. He's starved once again. Devo needs to be careful. Metsa is not a slow player. You can't give him all the big boost pads. Hard challenge win by Devo. And surely no miss will occur. 2-1. You just got off work. What's going on? This is a 1v1 tournament. The loser of this match is out. The winner will move on to the quarterfinals. And it's a different sort of format. There's only 2 quarterfinals, 2 semifinals, and a final to go after this. So that's where we're at. There is at least $50 in the bag for the winner of this. The loser gets nothing. Oh, what a recovery by Devo. That's really well done. Exceptional work by Devo. Not only getting the ball away from danger, but transitioning into a goal. That is one of the best goals that I have seen in a 1v1 setting. Ridiculous work. Devo was in such an awkward position and he managed to recover, not just get the ball into a safe location, but put it in the back of the net. That was ridiculously well done, and only those of you who understand the intricacies of 1v1 will be able to appreciate that, as nothing looked that fancy when he put the ball in the back of Metsanauris' net, but getting there in the first place was exceptional work by Devo. And he's got Metsa back under his thumb, at least for now. Oh, bar down. And the angle bounce was able to scare Devo away from a rebound attempt. Metsa's been playing quite a bumpy series. And that is not something that I hate too much, but 50-50s in your opponent's half most of the time will bounce into a favorable situation for them. And this is one of them. 4-1, Devo back in control, looking to move on and get a next round matchup against either Sebedam or K-Dot. But there's still Metsanauris to deal with. And with Metsa's ridiculously good comeback in the last game, we know that Devo will not be taking this, or will be taking this seriously. Whoops, he says, as he accidentally beans it. I say as he's going to take it seriously. He completely beans it and makes me look like a fool. Devo, come on, hen. What's that? That was completely unnecessary level of difficulty by Devo in that situation. Of course, that's why we love Devo. He does try these things just for fun sometimes. He's completely outpositioned Metsa here. What a turn. Blind catch into a great cut by Devo. Oh, that's just glorious. The fact that he's able to cut that ball and then throw it without the ball even bouncing off his car is exceptional work by Devo. Metsa did outshoot Devo in both the games that we've seen so far. This is the third time that this has happened, actually. He's just, with that shot, gone ahead of Devo in the shots total. So if nothing else, Metsa is creating chances. He is staying toe-to-toe with Devo in that regard. It's just Devo's chances that he's creating are a little bit more creative and a little bit harder to save, making it difficult for Metsa to keep them out of the back of the net. Good save by Metsa, and the boost is secured. He might wall shot, and he will, and it's on target. Great accuracy by Metsa. Beautiful turnover. Gets the save, picks up the boost, and shoots the ball with no hesitation. Devo wasn't even close to being in a good position to stop that. Metsa will have another chance here. Plenty of time to make the comeback happen. It's a decent placement on the shot, as Devo is going to land inside his own goal when he saves it, which is always something you want to try and force your opponent to do in ones. Devo doesn't want the ball to cross over his own net, as he saw Metsa was ready for the dunk attempt. Metsa, great timing on the boost. Just as he's leaving the boost pad, it spawns and he picks it up. Devo, hard throw into the crossbar. He might have to concede a possession to Metsa, and Devo's on the run. Will he be able to get the save? Yes, he will. And he does so without dodging. Just enough boost left for Devo to stop the ball from hitting his backboard. What a series. Metsa has really stepped up his ones game so much recently. So many chances for him to score. If he can work a bit more in his defense, I'm sure he will be up there with the best in the world, because offensively he's such a dangerous player. And Devo is just a hair away from conceding there. Just a hair away from conceding, but that is the difference in 1v1 between a goal at one end and a goal at the other. The blind jump over Metsanauris was not necessary, as the demo was not on target. 2 goals now. Devo is in the lead. He's looking to break the curse off the left side of the bracket. He's looking to take down a dangerous Finnish opponent, and that might be the end for Metsa. He knew he had to play more aggressively. With only 30 seconds left, he can't just sit back and let Devo bounce the ball in the spot. Tries to make a challenge, but Devo spotted it a mile away. That's got to be game, surely. Not the most consistent performance by Devo once again, but he will progress by the looks of things. Great showing for Metsa, though, in his debut performance in a ones tournament. Certainly able to compete at the top level. As Devo once again decides to take the ball on the scenic route to the net. But that is going to be 2-1. Devo does get the reverse, the mini reverse sweep onto Metsa. But even though he came back from 1-0 down to win the series by 2-1, it was Metsa who had the best comeback of the day, with not only coming back from the, what was it, he was 5-0 down, and he managed to come back to take the lead 6-5, and it was only an own goal, which he really did not need to make, that forced him into a loss. But there you go, the left side of the bracket has finally triumphed, as Devo will move on 2-1 into the orange zone. Metsanauris joins Scrub in the first players who have been eliminated. So it is time for the bracket draw. So for anybody who just tuned in, I'll recap. We have had one round of random draw Swiss, where the winners all move to the top of the Swiss bracket, the losers go to the bottom, and then the losers played each other. That's the losers down here, and the winners played each other up here, with 2 players, Fairy Peak and Floris. moving into the top of the leaderboard. Scrub and Metsa eliminated 0 and 2 at an in-series score for the day, and Oslo and Sebedam, K-Dop and Devo are all 1 win and 1 loss in series at the end of the day. And that means that the last round of Swiss is to determine who is going to join Fairy Peak and Flores in the semi-final. But, like I said before I draw this, in case anybody thinks that there's shenanigans with me rigging it, I'll explain to you guys that in Swiss you avoid repeat matchups if you can. So, with that being said, we will not have a repeat of Oslo versus Devo, and we will not have a repeat of Sebedam versus K-Dop because both of those matchups have already happened. So that means that Oslo and Devo will both be on opposite sides of the bracket. This is one game, this is the other. And that means that we only have one draw to do, and that is between the numbers of 4 and 5. 4 is Sebedam, 5 is K-Dop. Whichever number comes up is going to be Osselon's opponent. Bam! It's K-Dop. So we have K-Dop versus Osselon and Sebedam versus Devo. I think both of these matchups are matchups that I have seen before, if I recall. And that is the last time. Actually, no, it's not the last time that we're going to need random.org. We're going to need random.org one more time this tournament. But we could actually draw the rest now, because after this stage of the tournament, we're just into a regular semi-final and final. So with that in mind, we could actually just draw that right now, save us some time later. We already have Fairy Peak in one side of the bracket and Flores in the other, and that means that the winner spam right. No, okay, I was just making sure that I didn't misplay, but no, we did it right. We did everything right. The winners of these matches will be randomly drawn against the Fairy Peak and Flores. So let's just say that for the last random draw of the day, I'll put the screen like this, so we have all the necessary information on show. So this is last random draw of the day, and then we can get rid of random.org because our bracket has been randomly seeded. Let's say we're gonna just make it between 1 and 2. If we generate a 1, then the winner of Oslo and K-Dop will play against Fairy Peak. If we draw 2, the winner of Devo Sebedam will play against Fairy Peak. That's just how it works. Unless, wait a minute, is there a way to get no repeat matches? Is there a way? Who has Fairy Peak played? Fairy Peak has already played against Oslo, and okay, Fairy Peak hasn't played Sebedam or Devo, has he? Bracket's not rigged, guys. It's not rigged. I don't think. Has Fairy Peak played against Sebedam or Devo? Fairy Peak has played Osselon and Scrub. Oh, okay, so Fairy Peak has not played either of these guys. Has Flores played Osselon or K-Dop? I don't think he has. No, Flores has played Metsa and Sebedam. Oh, perfect. Okay, that's easy then. So we're just going to swap this around. We can avoid rematches all the way to the final. So yeah, the winner of this match will move on. Is there a line that I can do here? Is there like a way that I can do a strike-through line through the middle? Yeah, well, basically, the winner of this matchup is going to go here. Oh, I tried to get to the end of the box. There we go. Look at that. Oh, sorry. This is the best production I've ever seen. There we go. So good. How does he do it? That's so good. So we're not going to have any repeat matches. The winner of Devo vs Sebedam will play Fairy Peak, because Sebedam's already played against Flores. And the winner of Oslo vs K-Dop will play against Flores, because Oslo has already played against Fairy Peak. That's why we're doing it the way we are. We want to avoid repeat matches. So yeah, and then obviously the winner of those two matches will go to the final. So that's going to be the last match of the day, of course.